Oprah Winfrey Show, today at 4.
Wait, who's the youngest here? Are you? Yeah, how old are you?
18.
18, I'm 20. What do you got?
In real life?
Yeah.
I'm 25.
Dude, you're not, you don't count. You're like grandpa over here. Hey, can I have some money?
You know what I really like about being a younger guy?
What?
The older women we get to hook up with.
We always
You ever
get
hook
the
up with
older
any older
women.
women?
Faith Roscoe. And you?
Kat Hicklin, twice my age. Lindsay Rappaport, that hot stuff.
Has any other daytime character ever had erectile dysfunction, or am I the only one?
Fun in the Sun is brought to you by Shout. Triple acting Shout clings to stains.
You wanted to tell the DA your story. At least that's what you said, and now you want to run. That sounds guilty to me.
I swear, I never shot John Durant. I was set
I know,
up.
by a bad cop from the Port Charles Police Force.
It's true. Look, this guy had to know that I was about to blow his deal wide open.
You don't have any proof.
If you have a hard time believing me, then you can bet Durant won't either, which is why I have to disappear.
It's a bad idea.
I appreciate your input. Just give me your car keys.
What a coincidence. I happen to have them right here. And if you want them, you're going to have to take them from me.
So we've hit a crucial juncture in Michael's therapy, and I'm not quite sure how to handle it, which is why I need your help.
I'll do whatever I can.
Okay. I think it's time to get Michael's parents fully involved. Now, I'll speak to his mother, but I was hoping that you could convince his father to participate in the boys' sessions.
You want me to convince Sonny to go to therapy? Dream on.
I'm not saying that it was right for Carly to break in and knock Reese out.
Carly could have killed Reese. Do you want me to just let that go, Jason?
Yeah, don't be surprised if Reese presses charges.
I didn't ask you, Rick. Carly's methods may be lousy, but you know her instincts are usually right.
She's lost her instincts. She's become jealous, self-destructive. I don't know. I mean,
Carly
what else do you
knows
want me-
that Reese is hiding something. And I bet Rick knows what it is.
Give me back the lockbox, and I won't tell Sonny that the so-called burglar was really you.
Well, it won't matter once I tell him what you've been hiding.
You opened it?
What do you think?
I think we have a lot to talk about.
How long did you think you could keep this a secret?
I forgot that privacy wasn't in your vocabulary, Carly.
Okay, after all your lies, don't even think of criticizing me, Reese.
Now who's lying?
Don't even try to slither away.
So if you opened it, why don't you tell me what's inside here then, Carly?
I'd just like to say, before my wife arrives to accept the directorship of the General Hospital
I
chair.
hate to interrupt here, but it's my understanding that board meetings, whether they be charitable or otherwise, are the purview of upstanding, respectable citizens, or at least in your case, people who buy their way into respectability. And since that's not a club that I care to join, I'll just move along.
We'll try to miss you.
Excuse me, I need the support of my loving husband.
Since when?
Since your niece took over my chair in the clubhouse.
Look, Sugar Plum, give her about 5 minutes. She's going to fold from lack of interest.
Don't humor me.
All right, seriously. You're going to have that chair back in 2 months.
Carly is committed to the good of the hospital and the surrounding community. We both are. And after having been prodded, I think I would like a seat on the hospital's board of directors.
I know you mean well, Dr. Thomas, but Sonny in therapy could possibly be the worst idea that you will ever have.
Well, I know he's not a proponent. but
No,
you
he's opposed to it from day one, actually. So getting Sonny to come in and show a teeny tiny little piece of his soul in front of you, his son, and possibly his slightly insane ex-wife, pretty good idea that Sonny is going to take Michael and go home for good.
Okay. Mr. Corinthos loves his son, right?
Yeah, more than words, of course.
But his reticence about therapy is rubbed off on Michael. However, if Michael sees his father willingly participate in this part of the healing process, then Michael might be more inclined to participate more fully.
Yeah, I understand that.
Good. Then you can explain that to Sonny, whom I'm sure would be more open to hearing it from you than from me.
All right, I mean, I will do what I can, but don't get your hopes up.
I'm not defending what Carly did. All I'm saying is she has a right to suspect Reese.
That's not suspicion, Jason. That's jealousy, all right? Carly is furious that Reese is living in her former home. She's involved with her ex-husband. I think she wants to
You don't
punish
get to
Reese.
say a word against Carly after what you did.
Let it go. Let's not bring up the past. There's no need
That's
for that.
great. Rick can defend
One
Reese
thing
and
has
all of a
nothing to
sudden,
do with the other.
everything's forgiven now.
Stop. You're as paranoid as Carly.
You're a little rusty on your lock-picking skills, Carly. All that trouble to break into my apartment.
Your apartment?
Tell yourself what you want. It was still breaking and entering. Knocking me unconscious, that's assault, not to mention theft. And you still couldn't manage to get the box open. You must be so frustrated.
I don't have to open the box to know that you're hiding something, and whatever is in there, I'm gonna find out what it is. I am gonna dog you to the end of this earth until I find out what it is that you're hiding. And then I'm gonna tell Sonny what a liar you are.
Can I tell you you're pathetic?
No. When Sonny kicks you out on your two-faced hypocritical butt, that will be pathetic. And oh, so satisfying.
That makes you feel all warm and cozy. But you'll create as much tension as you can between yourself and Sonny. And you'll inflict as much pain as you can on Michael. It must make you feel so proud. You know what, Carly? Knock yourself out.
What's the catch?
No catch. Just take a good long look at my past. Because I can handle whatever you throw at me. But you're the one who's gonna pay in the end. Need a little help there?
This is a trick, right? Where's the real key?
Sorry, Carly, you broke the lock.
Fine. I've already called a locksmith. I'll be able to get in the box.
Go to hell, Carly.
I won't give up.
What do you think somebody would keep in a box like this, huh? What would you save? What would you protect under lock and key?
Evidence? Something incriminating?
What's in this box are memories. Pictures, letters, history. All that's left of...
All that's left of what?
Of a life I left behind. My dead son. A lock of his hair, his first baby tooth, crayon drawings that he made for me, and this little green truck that he loved so much that he would sleep with it at night. Evidence is in this box, yeah, Carly, evidence that I can't let go of my dead son.
So, why would you lock it?
Because it's the last bit of Jamie that I could keep safe. I couldn't keep him safe when he was alive. And yeah, it probably sounds obsessive. Probably does. But tell me, Carly, when you thought that you lost Michael, how far were you willing to go to protect his stuff?
Okay, you could have just told me.
I wanted to see the look on your face when you realized how wrong you were. I wanted to see if you're capable of regret. It's too bad the lock jammed, because now we'll never know. This would be a good time to apologize. That's what I figured.
I will tell Reese that it was Carly who attacked her, and I was sure that it won't happen again. But you know what? If Reese wants to press charges, then she's gonna do it. I mean, you know what? I don't want her to, But who can blame her at this point?
Reese would never hurt you or Michael, so it's a good bet she'll let it drop. But Carly is going to have to behave. Reese doesn't deserve this.
Rick, I'll take care of it.
You know, just for the record, Jason, I didn't go into law practice with Reese because she's Sonny's girlfriend. I did it because she's smart and she's talented. As far as earning my brother's trust, I think that's between him and me.
Jason, you know how I feel about this. You were loyal, almost to a fault. You've saved my life more than once, but you know, sometimes the downside to your kind of loyalty is you get blindsided to the truth. You're so loyal to Carly, so protective, that you can't see that what she did was wrong. Now, as far as Reese, so far she's proven that, you know, she's good to me. Especially to Michael.
Reese lied to you more than once. Maybe that's what she does. All I'm saying is you owe it to yourself to find out.
We weren't aiding and abetting anybody.
You know what this is like? This is like Midnight Express, where the guy gets sent to the Turkish prison, except that this isn't Turkey, and all the other stuff. You know what? No, this isn't like Midnight Express at all because we didn't actually do anything, so you don't need to...
I heard you offered to set up a meeting between me and the man who shot me.
No.
Jesse Beaudry.
No, we said we'd try if he called.
Yeah, and that's if we could get a hold of him, which we have no idea where he is.
Well, then how'd you expect to set up a meeting? Wishful thinking, perhaps?
Okay, Jesse knows Georgie's sister Maxie. They met while she was in the hospital.
My sister almost died from heart failure. You can ask my dad.
Yeah, anyway, he promised to call her.
You know, and we wanted to have something set up in case he called. If he called, when? I don't really know.
So what you're telling me is you have no idea where Beaudry is hiding?
No, not a clue.
And you'd be willing to sign an affidavit to that effect, knowing full well that signing a false statement is perjury, a felony. You can ask your dad.
And the prisons here in the States are so much nicer than the ones in Turkey.
I think we'd like to make our phone call now.
I could never take your keys by force.
Sure you could. You could grab me, twist me around, throw me to the ground if you have to.
Why are you doing this?
It would be easy for you if you were a drug dealer and attempted murderer like they said you are. Look, Dylan says that I trust too easily. But some things you just know, like how badly you want to get out of here, and I know how easily you could take these keys from me. Which you would do if you weren't innocent. Hello?
Maxie, it's me. Dylan and I have been arrested for aiding and abetting a criminal. So if you hear from that Jesse guy,
Can you please tell him to turn himself into the police?
General Hospital shocker. Will Reese's secret push Sonny back into Carly's arms? Only Soaps in Depth has a sexy story of the kiss that could change everything. Plus, Kelly reveals how you kept her dancing with the stars. Get all the gossip, plus the Sonny Carly reunion you've been waiting for. Only in Soaps in Depth, on sale now.
The police were holding Dylan and your sister, right?
How did you know?
Can only go two ways. If Durant would tell them to stay out of something they know nothing about, or strong-arm them. And since he picked the second, it means that he's desperate to find me, which means he thinks I'm guilty.
He's never even met you. He only knows that someone told him it was you that tried to kill him. You have to meet Durant face to face and convince him that you're not guilty.
You saying turn myself in?
You're innocent, and I want my sister and Dylan out of police custody.
You know, Mr. Durant, it kind of occurs to me that, and this is not a threat at all, this is more of an observation, but maybe it's not the smartest thing to arrest the police commissioner's daughter. Just a thought.
and you know, Dylan is from one of the most important families in Port Charles. You know, his grandfather, I'm sure, will be down here immediately demanding that he be released. Edward Quartermain knows people.
You know, funny thing about the law, if either of you helped Beaudry escape or hide, it really doesn't matter who the police commissioner is or how many judges your grandfather has in his pocket. The only way for you to get out of this thing is to tell me where Beaudry is hiding. That's not a threat, just a observation.
Mr. Durant, line one asking for you. Says his name is Beaudry.
John Durant.
I want to meet you face to face.
Well, I'm right here, anytime you want.
I'm not coming into the station. I'll see you at General Hospital, 2nd floor, 20 minutes.
You know, you could have saved us a lot of trouble if you had done this in the first place instead of having Dylan and Georgie do your dirty work for you.
I don't know Dylan or Georgie. Look, I'm solo on this one, Durant. And you're the only one I'm talking to.
May I say that Steve Hardy must be spinning in his grave.
Well, he should. This is a travesty.
What I've suggested is in the best interest of the hospital.
Somehow the benefit of a gun-running gangster on this board escapes me.
I don't know where you get your information. I'm a legitimate businessman with interests in several corporations, including ELQ.
Sky, this is your fault. You insisted on bringing this poser into our midst. I helped revive a dying company. I'm the one who found an investor with deep enough pockets to fix what you broke. He's a criminal!
Easy, Pumpkin. Don't break something we might need later.
Justice, you're a lawyer. Shouldn't she have proof before she starts throwing around these accusations?
If she wants to avoid being sued for slander.
You know, honestly, Tracy, your better half is every bit the criminal that Alcazar is.
Well, thank you, Dr. Q, mate.
You're really related to these people?
So you see why I need you in my life, right?
It seems to me that Lorenzo has as much right to buy his way into legitimacy as anybody else here. And he has something that the rest of you don't. Money to save the hospital. Greenbacks, lettuce. The man is crawling with cash.
Alcazar is no different than Sonny Corinthos or Jason. They think if they contribute money to charity, that their philanthropy will wash the blood from their hands.
I love it when he gets all Shakespearean.
No amount of money will ever change the fact that you're all killers, thieves, kidnappers, extortionists.
That can't be my husband you're describing. Considering how all of you have mismanaged this hospital, especially you, Alan, I would think you'd be on your knees thanking him.
The natives were getting restless, honey.
I promise you I'd be here. So I suggest that if you want Lorenzo to help you out with the hospital, that you apologize to him. Now.
Hey, sorry I'm late. I just came from Dr. Thomas.
Why?
Dr. Thomas wants Sonny and Carly to take part in Michael's therapy.
Carly broke into Reese's apartment and knocked her out.
I'm not surprised.
And Sonny's so angry he can't even consider that Carly could be right.
Well, do you think she's onto something?
She could be. But Sonny doesn't want to listen, and that's always a bad sign.
It's me.
I'll be right there.
Can I come in?
Yeah, pretty weird to ask permission to come into your own place, huh?
There's something I gotta talk to you about, okay?
You know what? There's something I have to say to you, too. I'd like to go first, all right? I wasn't completely truthful with you, Sonny, and I'd like to fix that.
To 10news.com.
Hi, I want to know what it's like to kiss Jason. Well, you just had your first love scene? Almost. You get to have some of my sex scenes because I seem to do them every single day. 2 Emmy nominations, 1 win in 3 years. Big purse, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude. Fun in the Sun is brought to you by Shout. Triple acting Shout clings to stains.
Dylan and Georgie will be released by the time I get to the hospital.
How do you know?
Durant has a reputation for being highly political. He's gonna want the police commissioner on his side, and he doesn't need Georgie and Dylan anymore.
Okay, now what?
Now I meet with Durant and hope he believes me.
And what if he doesn't?
I'll punt. Get used to stuff like that when you're undercover.
Jesse, it's a long walk to the hospital.
What's to stop me from blowing this meeting with Durant and heading south?
Do you want to clear your name? Here's your chance.
However this turns out, I'm glad we met.
Alan, don't you dare apologize.
I don't think you realize what kind of trouble GH is in. It was already on the edge, thanks to Alan's bad management.
You have no idea how a hospital is managed.
No, but I do know that it's liable for millions of dollars.
That's thanks to your father's lawsuit.
Alcazar's willing to mitigate the damages. All that matters at this particular time is that the hospital needs the Alcazar's more than it needs the Quartermains. So I suggest we put it to a vote. Straight up or down, we might as well. If I'm elected to the board, the hospital will get the money it needs to survive.
And if you're not?
Carly and I will leave. And we'll find another way to contribute to the good people of Port Charles. Dr. Quartermain, you're the chief of staff.
All those in favor of having Lorenzo Alcazar on the board, raise your hands.
I am the first person to admit that Carly has horrible judgment. She doesn't think, and she's very obsessive.
Jason, so far I don't hear any reason for Sonny to mistrust Reese.
Okay. Reese lashed on to Sonny when she first got here, and then on to Michael. Now all of a sudden she's Bobby's lawyer?
All right, all important people in Carly's life.
Exactly. Her ex-husband shows up out of nowhere, someone who might have shed a little light on some things, and within days, he's dead, thanks to Rick, who's also lying.
Have you laid it out to Sonny?
Yeah,
this
Sonny
way?
sees the same things I see. He just thinks I can't be objective.
Sonny could be right.
There was a moment when I was lying on the floor that I regained consciousness. And it was fuzzy, I admit it. But I thought I saw Carly standing across the other side of the room. And then I lost consciousness again, and when I woke up, I was alone.
You didn't tell me anything.
Honestly, I didn't know if it was real. And then when you found the bracelet, I realized.
But you said the bracelet was yours.
I didn't want to make things worse between you and Carly. I mean, you're always at each other's throats, and the more trouble there is between the two of you, the worse it is for Michael.
So you were willing to cover everything up, the breaking and entering?
I thought I would handle it myself.
How? How? What are you going to do then?
I went to go see Carly, and I spoke to her face to face. And I really don't think that she's going to bother me anymore.
So I'm just supposed to ignore that you lied to me again?
Detective Beaudry, we finally meet, not counting the time you shot me.
I was framed.
Oh, I've heard that one before.
How long in that thing for?
Maybe forever.
Look, I'm sorry. That's a raw deal. I'd like to help you nail the guy that did it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you would.
There's a dirty cop on the Port Charles police force. He took drugs from the evidence locker.
Gee, an addict cop?
I don't think so. I think he's sitting on to sell. Maybe he got into some trouble, owed somebody some money or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you never know what makes a good cop turn. Do you have a name of this cop? We can make this whole thing go away right here.
I don't know his name.
Do you have any evidence to back it up?
None.
All right, so let's review. You've got a rotten cop sitting on a fortune of stolen drugs who shot me and framed you and no evidence to back it up, huh? And I am apparently supposed to believe you because you look so damn honest.
If I wanted you dead, I'd drop you right here. And if I was guilty, I'd be on the run.
Beaudry, I would be a fool to buy your story. I may not be the man I used to be, but I ain't no fool.
Aren't you sick of this place yet?
More than you know. What's your excuse?
I left something. This. This is the reason that I resisted getting one of these things for so long. I knew wherever I go, I always leave it behind.
You're technologically challenged.
Baby, on the information highway, I qualify as roadkill. But I still have time to reach my bookie at Del Mar. The man's a miracle worker. Yeah, I know. Now you're going to tell me that gambling is an evil and that I'm on the road to ruin and that my dark side is too dark, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, well, you don't need me to remind you. I'm just...
What's on your mind, Blaze?
Did you see Carly and Alcazar here today?
Yeah.
No, I mean, the way they stood there, absolutely ready to catch each other if they fell. What's it like to be loved like that? I want to know what that feels like from the inside.
Well, you're the only one stopping you from knowing.
No. There's a difference. Oh, Lorenzo may be dangerous, and his dark side might even rival yours, Luke, but I don't know, there's something vulnerable about him. He's not afraid to show how much he adores Carly. Worships her, in fact. There's total trust between them. No fear.
Well, it's early yet. All that will change.
You're wrong. Alcazar is devoted to Carly. And she doesn't have to worry about jumping through hoops to keep him interested or wonder if she's enough of a challenge for him. No. Carly has Alcazar's heart, and she knows it. And that must be some kind of wonderful. That's all I'm saying.
Freeze! Whoa, 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 whoa! Beaudry escaped through the hatch. You can't be far. Find him! Find him! Let's go.
I can't tell you how much I love seeing Tracy's face when you got the votes.
Woman's not a very good sport, is she?
Oh, she's a vindictive snob who loves to destroy other people's lives. She had no right to tell you that you were trying to buy prestige and social status.
Even though it's costing me tens of millions.
Whatever. Your money is the same color as theirs, which they don't have very much of, by the way. I am so proud of you. And I am so proud to be your wife.
So you're happy?
Are you kidding? I am married to the most generous, kind, handsome man in Port Charles. Of course I'm happy. What about you? I mean, is this something that you really want for yourself?
That's a big question. You wouldn't think so, would you, based on the man I used to be? Just going through the motions, running a business that meant nothing for a family that no longer exists. Shows just how profoundly you've changed my life.
Lorenzo, God. You surprise me every day. The only thing that would make this more perfect would be if Michael could accept you.
Well, he will in time. I told you I could be very patient.
Well, I might have a way we can hurry things up.
People have all kind of reasons of getting together and blowing apart. I mean, look at us. Not that I'm complaining or anything, but you and I got together so Michael could have a family.
Does that make you feel bad?
No. No. Jason, it's the single best thing that's ever happened to me. It's just that, you know, I can't pretend. I know that you love me now, and you know that I love you, but you were willing to sacrifice a lot.
You know, for you.
Just hear me out for a second, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that if Sonny's right, and you can't be objective, it's not about Carly, this is about Michael. You see that kid with your heart, and you're gonna make sure that he is happy, whatever it takes. That's why I truly believe that you're not being fair to Reese.
I lied to keep the peace. If you can't accept it, you're welcome to leave.
What are you gonna do? What? What are you gonna do? I mean, you can't make a habit of this. I already told you how I feel about lies.
Fine. The next time anyone attacks me, I'll make sure I come clean right away.
Okay, and I'm gonna make sure that Carly never pulls a stunt like this again. All right.
You know, I don't expect that Carly and I will ever be friends. But she's a fact of your life, and she is a fact of Michael's. And your son's well-being should be everybody's priority right now.
We're on the same page.
From now on, it's only the truth between us, okay?
Then we got nothing to worry about.
Back to the foods you love.
It's a summer of secrets on All My Children.
This woman is not your mother, and I can prove it.
One woman is forced to reveal the shocking truth.
I told them that I was Di, and that was the biggest lie of them all.
It's time for the truth. Who are you?
Then, she's in love with her boyfriend, but her first time is not with him. And
I could have the news that would change Ryan's life for the better.
the results are in.
I'm pregnant.
But her hidden pregnancy is about to be exposed.
Would you like to tell them, or should I?
Tell us what?
All My Children, Summer of Secrets.
It's the summer's biggest sensation. And now it all comes down to this, the Dancing with the Stars grand finale. Underdog Kelly Monaco
The eye of the tiger, baby.
takes on favorite John O'Hurley.
Be afraid, be very afraid.
The judges' score and your vote decide the champion. Live. Plus, all the stars reunite for one final encore. It's the night America has been waiting for. Dancing with the Stars grand finale. Wednesday, 9/8 Central. Only on ABC.
Maxie? Maxie!
Not in here either. Okay.
Wait, this doesn't make sense. Why would the police just let us go? I mean, do you really think we intimidated the DA?
Yeah, and I'm Humphrey Bogart. Oh, he got his meeting. He got his meeting with Jesse. He doesn't need us anymore. That's why.
Okay, so if Jesse left, then... What if he took her with him?
The Secretary of State announced you would be taking another
I could turn that up a little
Maxie.
bit. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Are you listening to the news to see if the DA put an APB out on you?
What are you doing here?
I think you're innocent. And I want to help you prove it.
You okay?
Yeah, can you come in?
Who is it?
It's Carly. I need to speak with Jason about Michael.
He's at Sonny's, defending you, by the way.
That's what friends are for.
Oh, how would you know, Carly? You've never been a friend in your entire life. You don't think about anyone but yourself.
Well, I certainly don't waste my time thinking about you.
Really? Well, how about your son, Carly? He needs a mother, not a loose cannon.
Can you just open the door?
Can you just give it a rest and stop obsessing over ways to make Reese look bad and accept the fact that your ex-husband has moved on with another woman? Because Mrs. Alcazar, there is nothing you can do about it.
Reese knew it was Carly who attacked her. She covered for her to avoid a big fight.
I guess that's one way to look at it.
Okay, if this is your idea of protecting me, Jason, I don't need you on the job on this one. Listen to me. I don't want her hassled by Carly, you, or anyone. Just leave Reese alone, will you?
This is you.
Charlotte Reese Roberts. Carly to my family and friends. That was cute, huh?
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah, well, not after the accident. Spent weeks in a coma, and then there was dozens of operations, reconstructive surgery. You know, it's a long and very painful process.
Well, they did a hell of a job, I gotta tell you. It's amazing. You didn't turn out too bad.
It's just not me. You ever look in the mirror and see somebody else's face? I just disappeared. The life that I had lived in the past, that was gone too. Stolen from me by my very good friend Caroline. You know, she never really liked who she was.
She thought you were dead.
Yeah, everybody did.
Why would you let everybody believe that?
My mother made that decision for both of us. So everything about that past life, it's all right there in the box. That's it.
Well, those are a ticking time bomb, and you know it. As long as you have those pictures, Sonny could definitely find out that you were the real Carly Roberts. I don't know, his ex-wife's friend, nemesis, what?
So what do you think? I should get rid of all the pictures and the memories?
You said that your past died a long time ago, so... I guess the question is, can you let it go?
Why is it so difficult? I've been Reese most of my adult life.
Believe me. Okay, I go through these same issues every day. I had to learn that the child inside of me that had questions needed answers, and that you may never get them, all right? So if we can't change where we were or who we were, then we just change where we're going. Who do you want to be? You want to be Reese? You want to be Charlotte? You decide.
Why is this so hard?
Stay tuned for scenes from the next General Hospital.
On the next General Hospital.
She's gone.
She probably took off with Jesse.
Where's Maxie?
It'll work as a hideout.
There's a surprise for you.
I saw Rick going into Reese's apartment last night.
Carly's right. Something's going on with that.